Yo, yeah. I woke up with ice on, feeling excellent. Tell them put a C on my jersey and my Letterman. I pay rack kids for the tennis shoes, I'm stepping in. I know the ops mad, I'm getting money and I'm flexing.
Alright guys, thanks for coming through today. I appreciate it. Good to have the boys over to talk some shit. This is episode 2 of Heartless Chat. Before we start off anything, I have some Instagram questions that came in yesterday, I believe it was. And some people just wanted to basically pick you guys' brains. So there's this new trend. It's not new actually, it's old, but because of social media, it's starting to get very popular now. Passport bros. So the guys who travel abroad to either go get a wifey thing or a side thing or whatever it is. What do you guys think about it? We'll start with you, Sass.
It's a thing. Passport bros is a thing. I've been watching a lot of a lot of news lately.
Mm-hmm.
Reading a lot of articles. Just watching dating problems. Our generation's version of dating problems. And a lot of dudes want to look abroad to go see what's going on.
Would you support it?
I mean, to each and every one of their own thing. I mean, if you feel like you need to go out there and pursue what you want to do, go do what you got to do. I support it. Why not, right? Everyone has a preference.
So I'm all the way for it. Quite frankly, and I feel like there's like a negative connotation to the name Passport Bros because it's trying to insinuate, oh yeah, and he's just like some, some meathead guy can't get any play here, and he's going to another country because the women aren't doing it or he can't pick up women here, and I don't like that negative connotation. It's like there's nothing wrong with trying to be more worldly. Like, what's wrong with having a passport?
What were you, Orhan?
I support it, man. I feel like a lot of girls here don't have some viewpoints that maybe girls, out east do.
Okay.
So if someone wants to go find a wife over there, cool. Maybe they can't find it here, and maybe that's why they're doing it. But if they're doing it for other reasons, and if they're truly in love, go for it. But you just never really know if that chick is really into you or if she's just trying to get back with you to what country you're from, too, right?
Okay, so I'm gonna say something, and I want you guys to react to, to what I say, or give me your feedback on what do you think I'm saying. So the whole connotation about going abroad to get a chick means that you failed where you were. Either that, or you don't like what you have at home. My thing is this. You're traveling to, and I know some of these dudes are going to places like Dominican Republic and shit. How do you differentiate if a girl doesn't have like 100 bodies down there to a girl in North America who might have 20 bodies? How do you know the difference?
I think I'm gonna go for it. I think I went a little soft last time, but when it like the passport bros, it's going on for like this, almost like this. I kind of want to say social epidemic, right? Where females want men of like lighter values. They don't like masculinity is kind of getting cut out and around, and we have to bend to all these different shapes, right? Just to it's like attraction is not what it used to be anymore, right? Like the dating game has changed. Dudes are looking for something that are more like traditional values. Like I ended up getting lucky. I got a Latina that scooped me, right? So I didn't have to do the passport bros. It just came to me, So I got, but I definitely feel it, and you go to places where those values fit you, like everyone has a different taste of what they want, whether it be like what type of race or gender they like, or like everyone can have if everyone can have a preference, let everyone have a preference.
I don't like the notion of putting like a grading on it, like you failed. Failed at what? It's more about, like, I'm a numbers guy. I'm a numbers and logic guy. If I live somewhere where Can I say where we are right now?
Yeah,
We're in Victoria.
Victoria.
We're in beautiful Victoria, British Columbia.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows the ratio here is 1 to 3, 1 to 4, like depending on what month it is. Right?
Well, for like men to
Men to women.
women?
One man
I
for
always
every.
still feel like I failed at that one, you know? It's like, what the point? What was I doing? What's going on
He
here?
wasn't doing the math. No, but it's like I always look at the numbers. If you're living somewhere or if you stay somewhere where it's let's just throw out a province, Alberta, where there's more men than women and by a wide margin. And you aren't finding from your limited pool, and we use the terms pool because this is what we're searching for. We're searching for a pool because that's what they're in. They're in a pool. And you want to go to the ocean and you discover that there's ocean, you have the means to go to the ocean, then you didn't fail. You just didn't make the count. Honestly, you didn't make the cut.
So
Go
wait,
to a different league.
let me ask you a question. You see yourself going to the next country and getting a girl?
I won't count that out. I will never count it out because I can meet, they have schools in every country you go to, okay? There are engineers and female scientists and...
This guy's trying to get political with it.
Not even smart, no, but there are smart, intelligent, and driven women everywhere you go, okay?
Okay.
So for me to limit myself to just what's around me in my immediate vicinity, I feel like I'm putting myself in a pool when I know the ocean is there. And I'm a shark.
I hear what you're saying. I feel like a lot of these people get finesse. Because at the end of the day, if you're a 3, let me say you're a dude, you don't hit the gym, you don't do anything that will uplift your life. You're working a regular job in Canada. Let's say you're making, I don't want to shit on anybody. Let's say you're making
64K.
65K.
60K, great starting wage.
Right.
Great starting wage.
So you're making 65K in Canada, which is this day and age you're struggling.
It's nowadays.
Nowadays,
8 years ago even, that's a great starting wage.
Right. So you're making 65K in Canada. And you know for a fact that you can't take care of a shorty. So now you go and you bamboozle and you fool somebody from a third world country and basically tell them because they're seeing you, a lot of people who's in these third world countries, they've never been here. So when you tell them North America, the first thing, they think you land in the airport and you're walking on gold and shit. That ain't happening. So when they come here and reality hit them and they realize, okay, my man is working at ICBC and he can't fucking fend for 2 of us, so I gotta go and work at Shoppers Drug Mart now. She thought she was coming here to stay over.
That monetary part of it wasn't in the initial question. Okay, so of course those guys.
If it's wholesome and it's proper, right? It's good, but if it I don't know.
Here's the thing. I don't think the dude who's making 60K, sure, he absolutely has some things. And you're say he's a 3. Are we just basing that on looks? Because some dudes who are 3s, maybe their ceiling is 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's we can't even put it all on that.
They're
everybody
baddies.
Yeah, they are. They're absolutely do. And maybe those guys should keep it a vacation. Absolutely. Until they're on their square properly and then they're set up in life. That would be I feel like that would be a more appropriate approach.
And you change up hard or you sticking to your word?
Yeah, I just find it putting in effort and money to fly out somewhere like that.
Yeah.
You're going way out of your way to do that. It's like having Tinder and then paying for Tinder Gold or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's beyond gold, dog. You're playing international fees,
Pretty much, man. Domestic versus international. Yeah.
As you're on the topic of Tinder, do you feel like you could find true love on Tinder?
Yes.
Yeah, why not?
Shit happens.
I've seen it happen before.
Yeah.
But more times people go on Tinder for one-nighters. Am I lying or no?
I would agree.
Sometimes shit happens.
Multiple times can happen for sure.
You ever found a girl on Tinder and dated her for more than 6 months?
Oh, no. I've seen her more than one time. Maybe,
You?
Absolutely, yes.
More than 6 months?
Absolutely.
1 or 2?
It wasn't supposed to happen like
3.
that, but it
3.
did.
Alright, let's go.
More than 6 months?
Yeah.
I could honestly say I've never gone on Tinder and find a shorty and been with her for more than 6 months. It was more like a 2 weeks thing, 3 weeks thing, boom, fun here, fun there, over.
What time of year do you usually use Tinder though?
I would say September.
September, really?
Yeah.
That's cuffing
So
season.
cuffing
huh?
season.
Yeah.
So you're a seasonal Tinder user. Okay. So you find
Well,
one,
I mean,
hold
like-
it down for
like
6
I
months,
feel
then summer rolls around.
I just feel like
We've all done it. This is not,
I've
this is not
never
casting
done.
aspersions
No,
of
no, no.
stones because I live in a glass house.
I just feel like Tinder. I don't feel like it's a serious app. If me and a dude is chilling and he's like, yeah, yo, I just signed up for fucking Christian Mingle or something, I'm gonna be like, oh, this dude is serious.
But
like,
that's kind of like, it's kind of bullshit at the same time, right? Because you find that same person on Tinder that's on, like, say, like,
On Christian
fucking-
Mingle?
on Bumble or some shit. They're looking all professional on Bumble, like they on LinkedIn. But they're like, on Tinder, they're a different thing. It's like, eat my ass on Tinder, but then on Bumble, they're like, I'm looking for my best friend, like, it's all the same person, though.
I was gonna say, when you got a lot of options, it's a lot easier to just give up and go see the next best option.
Yo, I was reading something earlier. It said that the thing with relationships that it says something that women are in like some crazy number higher percentage of relationships than men are.
mhm.
So it's like either there's a high percentage of lesbian relationships, or it's just like dudes serial dating multiple girls because
Oh,
girls
that's-
are like
Yeah,
going to the top
that's what's happening.
percentage
That's
of
what it
guys.
was the second one.
That's what happening, man. There's dudes out here who are dating like 3 girls at the same time, and these shorties think, well, okay, I have a man, blah 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 blah, and some of them accept it. They're like, you know what? He sets me up when I need sex. He pays my shit when it needs to be paid. He takes me out when he needs to be taken out. I don't care who else he's fucking. I'm good. Because the market out there is so fucking small. Because half of these chicks are talking about,
Their criteria.
yeah,
Yes.
you gotta be a certain amount of height, weight. You gotta look a certain type of
Can
way.
we talk about the height thing because it's like personal to me? Okay.
But you're above average for a man. What?
I'm
Yeah.
5'11", but I tell people I'm 5'10" because I like to narrow out the shallow people.
Okay.
Okay. So as a man who is above 6 feet,
Yeah.
you are in the 14% of men in North America. Okay. It's like, so women who are always looking for a man who's above 6 feet,
Mm-hmm.
that's 14% of the population of men. Okay. So the women who are in that have to either deal with the fact that I'm gonna have to date some guy under the height of 6 feet, or I'm gonna have to be comfortable with my man seeing other women.
I think that's the direction we're heading to.
Yeah.
I think the direction we're heading to is where women are going to have to just accept that the guy I have has multiple women. Because they're not willing to date down.
Mhm.
Women don't go back in lifestyle. If a woman is dating a guy today who's living in his dad's basement, and
I gotta
6
say, like,
months later,
differentiate between women and girls, though, right? Like, because there's maturity, like boys and
no,
men.
but when I say girls, I don't mean like fucking 18, 19.
I
I'm
don't
talking
think
about
women want to share
general.
their men, though. Like actual women. Like,
it's not about what they want, it's what they're gonna have to do eventually, because as he said, the pool is so small, and they're talking all when you ask them to describe men, they're describing the 1%.
Mhm.
They only describe the 1%. You gotta make 120K, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. you
I
gotta
mean,
do this.
after they spend multiple years lonely, they're gonna either change their preferences or keep starting.
But by then
I
it's
guess.
too late by then. From the time you hit 28, 29, and I don't want to generalize, because there's some women who actually took their career first before actually any relationships, and a lot of times they reach the peak of their career, and then they're looking for a man, but by that time men are looking for somebody who are more younger and fertile, and
It's because people hit their primes at different times, right?
definitely.
Women versus men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
The
what I
monetary conversation is going to be one that we're going to be having for the next 5 years and I feel like it always comes back to money because, women do attend post-secondary school at a higher rate than men.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's neither here nor there what fields they're in, but it's like when they get to that peak level of their career, as you were saying, as they've like focused that entire time, It's like, say now they're making, you know, 180 a year, and we're talking in Canadian dollars here. So they're making like 180 a year, and then they come across like a guy that they really like, but he's making 90K a year, and he's comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna have to come to a point where it's like, okay, all these men that you want who are in these higher wage brackets, that, like I was saying, you're gonna have to be comfortable with him dating another chick. And I should preface this by saying, I understand that there are no women around here with us, and I would love to have a female voice on this, but it's gonna get to that point where it's like, hon, you're gonna have to put the down payment down on the house, because it's like you're carrying the weight, and it's like, my wage is not. It's not a bad wage. Like, say you're making like 98K a year. That's a very good wage. You're doing better than most people in Canada at that point.
Mm-hmm.
But to say that that's not enough, but they're gonna have to get to the point where we're pooling our resources if you really want to be in this relationship.
Okay.
I think media is just putting a lot of like false image into material for what it is for relationship. How much should a wedding ring cost? How much should a wedding cost? How much should this cost? Should a guy pay for this if you go out on a date? Right? Like if like in a relationship, when you got your shorty, right? Like the ride or die, she's like, you know, like say you buy breakfast, she buys lunch. You buy supper, she buys the next date. You guys share, right? Like you could be like, she's like, yo, I'm down right now. Be like, I got you, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's always about like, it doesn't matter what you make, because like if you're there, it's not about money. Like if you truly like someone, it's not about money, because they can make whatever the fuck they want, right? Like you gotta enjoy the person for who they are without money. If you're searching for other things, that's, I mean, like, be like, hey, like I want my person to not be a loser, right? Like I don't want my dude walking around in Giant Tiger torn up shoes, you know? Like
I want to actually show you guys something. Is that my phone there?
It's more than fair.
Yeah, just through it. It's okay. Yeah.
Good hands.
All right, watch this. I'm gonna show you guys something, because I don't feel you guys understand how delusional these shorties are out here. Before I show you guys the video, I want you guys to on a scale of 1 to 10, I want you guys to rate this shorty.
Okay.
wow.
Okay. Here's the thing. She knew she was gonna get clicks when she said this. She knows what she looks like. So she knew she was gonna get these clicks.
She doesn't know what she looks. Bro, in her head, these are the kind of girls you ask. On a scale of 1 to 10, what do you rate yourself? And I'm like, I'm a 10.
Some Lizzo type shit.
I'm a 10.
I was watching this one who was like, who do you think who needs to grow more, men or women? And she's like, men need to grow more, right? And then the guy goes, how much would you rate yourself out of 10? She's like, I'm a 10. And she's like, do you agree that you have any more room to grow? She's like, well, yeah. And then she's like, how can you grow if you're a 10 already, right? Like,
I think that was on the whatever podcast or Fresh and Fit or whatever.
Here's the thing: they're setting those girls. That's my problem with
They're
that.
setting them up for failure.
They're setting them up for like they're teeing this girl who's probably had a couple of drinks. She's, knocked the sharpest knife in the drawer already. And then they're just teeing her up. It's like, oh, who needs to grow more? Grow more from what? Grow more as a human being? Grow more in their career? And it's like, there's like an open-ended question. And then it's like, she's just going to go, oh, men need to grow more right off the gate. And then,
but listen to this.
But he's already teed up.
Listen to this. Listen to this chick.
Expect a man to pay for the date. Yes, the whole entire date. That includes my Uber to the date and my Uber back to my house. If you are a man that I'm interested in, I want to see that you can provide for me. I want to see that you can afford an Uber ride. I want to see that you can afford a nice dinner date. Like, can you afford basic things? Because if you can't afford dinner and an Uber by transportation, you certainly can't afford kids. You certainly can't afford a house. You certainly can't afford my bills. And I got bills to pay. Okay? I expect a
I
man
got a response for this.
Go ahead.
Nobody can afford kids.
Yeah. But I was gonna say in the relationship aspect of it, like she's super demanding with all those things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if there's a dude, he would be okay with dating a chick who works at McDonald's. But you flip the roles, then I don't think that chick would be okay dating a dude who works at McDonald's, right? So men generally will take less for beauty, I feel like, than the other way around. If the guy was maybe good looking, but he's not providing in some ways, she's still gonna go, right? Still gonna go to that next guy who's got the money, all that stuff.
I feel you. I feel what you say on that. It's just I don't know, like her.
Should we take her out of it? Let's put Shakira saying that same thing.
I was gonna say a good looking
Can
chick.
we- can we
saying that,
take
it's
her
like,
out
alright,
of it?
that's
Let's
okay.
just-
now.
Okay, sure.
What's security?
He wants to put Shakira saying the same thing.
I don't think I have the same response to that. This response to that message if Shakira or if like Kelly Rowland is saying it.
So you'd be okay paying for all those things.
If it's Kelly Rowland, absolutely, absolutely.
I don't know.
Uber
I think
XL.
it's weird to me because I think if women only understood certain attributes that men have, if a woman is very humble, men will do these things without them even asking. They'll just do it. But the fact that they're demanding it from the jump, like you're gonna have, like, yo, that's a turn off right away. And it's shocking that they don't understand this. They don't even play the game of understanding that if I be humble, he'll actually do it for me. They're demanding it straight off the bat. And they talk about the whole toxic masculinity shit. That's some toxic feminine shit.
Yeah, 100%.
Toxic personalities. That's what
Toxic
we try to
personalities.
avoid.
I think people just be toxic. That's it. You know?
That's exactly it. Like, toxic people gonna be toxic people. Okay, whether they have a X or a Y, it's yeah.
Mhm. Our next Instagram question. This one's kind of like out there. It's I don't know how you guys gonna respond to this one. One of the Instagram question was, would you rather be married to someone who is sexy and think you're ugly, or to someone who adores you but they're fucking ugly?
Sexy and thinks you're ugly, because you know what? I said that I'm funny as hell, Pete Davidson type shit. I don't even know. You know what I'm saying?
So you rather somebody not adore you?
I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say, man. But at the same time, you walk out with a chick that you're not proud to be with too. It's like, right? There's a little bit of, I don't know. It's pros and cons.
Because she's looking at you like, yo, my man is trash. Like,
Oh, damn.
you're looking up to
Oh,
her.
shit. I guess for self-respect, I might take the one that adores me, but at the
Yeah,
same time,
because the girl who doesn't like thinks she's gonna cheat on you.
Yeah, she's gonna cheat on you regardless. That's a good point. That's a good point.
If you ain't good looking, you better know how to fix shit or be funny, because you're fucked. Like
What did
after
Red Green
that,
say? If she
like-
doesn't think you're handsome, at least she should think you're handy.
Yeah, good old red green.
So, but you would take the one who adores you, or you would take the one who's sexy?
A happy life is, I guess, a happy partner, right? If you had a girl that, like, if, like, imagine, like, you had this, like, fucking, like, Corvette, right? Beautiful Corvette, beautiful car. But it's, like, fucking yelling at you. It's like, change my oil, change my wiper blades, you son of a bitch. Like,
Yeah.
fucking
You
warm
want
me
Tyler
up.
Perot.
Like, I'm fucking gonna sell this damn thing. Like,
I don't know. I find it was a kind of funny question, but nevertheless, whatever.
I'll take adoration any day.
All right, so I'm gonna switch up the topic a little bit more. Interracial dating. Do you guys have a problem, like, dating outside of your race, or would you rather date inside of your race? I feel all of us here are different races, so like we could, well.
I feel like this is a targeted question, but
I love this because my background, my ethnicity is Roma Gypsy. So
Mhm.
like our people have been in India, we've been all over like Central Asia, we've been all over Europe, we've been it's like South America.
There's
Like
nomads,
gypsies are
yeah.
everywhere. Like
Mhm.
Roma people. But dating outside of our race, I mean, that's what kept us alive, right? That's what I mean.
So it's in your blood. It's in
Yeah.
your nature.
So you don't have no base. You're saying basically you don't have a type.
No.
Uh-huh.
okay. So No, I don't have a problem with interracial dating. Honestly, it's 2023. For anybody who have a problem with that in the last, I think, like 50 years, you're a relic. That being said, I think of me trying to find a black girl. I think of it like sprinkles. Okay, it's like or like a cupcake or like some sort of sweet dessert, like a sundae. It's great. It's great. Yo, I've got the sundae. It's got the banana, the chocolate syrup, all of that. It has everything that I want. The ice cream. But if she's black too, it's sprinkles. And who doesn't like sprinkles? That's the way I think of it. I can live without the sprinkles.
Yeah.
I would prefer to have the sprinkles. Does that make sense?
Yeah. What about you?
I'm okay with it, man. Like, there's nothing wrong with it.
Is there
My
any
mom would
race
like
that
it.
you're like, no, fuck that? I'm not dating that race.
I go.
I'd say my boy, like one of my buddies, he's always into his ABGs, his Asian baddie girls.
Yeah.
For the most part, I've never really found him attractive. But there's
Yeah.
been a couple here and there. I was like, all right, she's fine. But for the most part, no. Even my own culture, though, like I don't think a lot of girls in my culture are that attractive.
So when
For
you
sure
when you
there
say because India technically falls into Asia, so are you talking about Asian Asia? Like I'm talking about like Philippines, Thailand,
yeah, I'm talking
Indochina.
Philippines, Thailand, China.
those
Japan,
Korea, that kind of
Korea.
that. Okay, all right.
That's pretty
All right.
much it. Even Middle East, Iran, Iraq.
Yeah.
I generally don't see too many hot chicks from them. Or maybe I was here for so
Yeah,
long.
you're gonna get a lot of flack for
I
that,
don't know, bro.
Yo, that's crazy.
I know my mom would like a Persian chick though.
Yeah.
Yeah, just language wise, right?
Nah, cause I seen some Persian chicks
Like bad.
out there.
You ever been
Yeah.
to Morocco?
Stars.
Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta introduce
Yeah,
me, bro. I haven't
North
seen them.
Africa, man.
Yeah. Like all them, like even like North Africa, Algeria, all them places, like
Algeria.
it's crazy.
Albania.
Great accent too.
Woo! Woo! Yeah, so I don't know. Like, so is there any race that you're like off the table, like fuck that, not dating, blah blah blah?
Well, I can't say. I'm pretty sure if I had like a little scratch off map, like the one of the ones, you know, like, it'd be pretty fucking colorful, you know.
Passport, bro.
What about interfaith? Interfaith dating. So like, would you consider yourself Muslim? Are you Muslim?
No, I'm not considered myself Muslim. Never practiced when I came.
Never practice.
No.
It's
Do you
hard.
practice any
right?
religion?
Christianity more.
Christianity.
Than
Yeah.
Did
What
make
about
a
you?
cheeseburger earlier today?
yeah.
I was a Baptist growing up, but closest thing to religion I have right now is hip hop. Yeah.
What about you?
I like that.
I was Roman Catholic raised, and I stumbled with spirituality, but I'd like to find my way back at some time when I'm ready to develop a deeper understanding.
Okay.
But when it comes to like interfaith dating, I mean, it really depends because like families are a big part, right? Families are like, are you backing, right? If her parents don't like you, you also gotta live with them. You gotta live with your parents. You gotta live with. So like when it comes to like long run interfaith dating, it's like tricky, but like none of that matters if it's like a quick like fling. Right?
All right. I'm gonna fuck you guys up here now. Watch this shit. You're a Christian, right?
Yeah.
You go downtown. You're in the club with your boys. You're having the time of your life. You know. You went downtown to have fun with your boys. You meet this shorty, and it's the sexiest, baddest, most kindest chick you ever meet in your life.
Okay.
And she adores you. She's like, oh, you know, I really love. You go home the next day, she's messaging you. You go out for a date. You're feeling this chick. You come home, you go movies, all this stuff. It's going good. It's great. You're looking at this person like, I could see myself with this person. She takes you home to meet her parents, like after a month or whatever, and you're totally into this chick. Her parents, let's say her parents are Hindus.
Okay.
The father says to you, listen, in order for you to take my daughter's hand in marriage, you have to become a Hindu. Are you converting?
That's a tough question, man. I guess it depends on how strong your faith is. For me, with Christianity, I just believe in higher power. I know there's a God. I know Christians especially sometimes they get it confused with Jesus as a God, but there's
Mhm.
still, someone who's father to Jesus. So whether you're in church or not, I believe in God, but for a dad to ask me to switch religions, it's kind of like, what's wrong with you to ask me that? You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like, let me live my life with my religion, love your daughter at the same time, instead of you trying to make me convert to what you are. That's
Okay.
just ignorance and closed-minded on his end, I believe.
All right.
Yeah.
What about you? Would you change faith? Would you become a Muslim?
No. Anything where I can't have like a tonkatsu pork bone ramen. Nah, that's non-starter.
This guy talks about pork.
Listen, dog, I gotta cut it all out. I gotta cut out all of it, no matter what. I'm sorry. Yeah, I had my grandmother's cooking. Okay.
Yeah, pork's too good to give up.
I never even thought about dietary preferences.
That's
like
my-
I was just like, I'm down for whatever. And then I thought about dietary preferences. I was like, wait, maybe not. You know?
So it's not the fact that there's a switching. It's the pork. That's
It's not even like the. Here's the thing. I know, just the way my mind is set up, that any religion that I am asked to join, unless I am like 100% all the way, it's like where I've had some sort of experience that has led me to believe that this is the path, this is the true path, this is the true word. No matter, it's like, whatever God it is. Unless I have that, I know I'm not going to be like devout with it. So I wouldn't want to be disingenuous, to this, to this woman who I'm really feeling, I'm really digging her, and it's like, hey, I wouldn't want to be disingenuous to the father. And to be honest, and if I was really, really, really into him, I would just wait him out, because he's probably got 30 years on me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot of people be taking their chance at love, right? Like even, I guess, was it Prince Harry and right, like royal family, and then the Japanese princess who stepped down for love to marry some other rich guy. I mean, if you really like someone enough, like it's not about what you're. I mean, parents, they know best. They know best.
I'm not marrying your dad. I'm marrying you.
Exactly, right.
I'm marrying into
Just
your family,
elope.
but I'm not marrying your family.
Elope, right? I mean, he may not be paying the dowry, but you could at least go run away to Vegas or something,
All right. I feel you guys.